Welcome, welcome. Welcome to this week's video and welcome to a new year. Hello, 2021. I'm so excited to start a new year with you here on my YouTube channel. And if you're joining us inside of my free Facebook group, Healthy Living with Danielle Dinkelman, I'm so glad you're here. It's going to be an awesome year. So today's video is about how not to diet in 2021. I actually have a book coming out soon called If Diets Don't Work, What Does? And I'm so excited to launch that book at the end of March. And we're going to start talking here on the YouTube channel about the topics that I'm going to cover in the book. So for today, I want to address this video to those of you that have a hard time looking left and right and seeing your friends, your family members going on the next fad diet. Or maybe they are even doing the same thing you're doing, which is maybe they're trying to do the lifestyle thing, but you see that they're getting results faster than you. Maybe they're making bigger changes than you're ready to make right now. And you think, oh man, I have to do it the way they're doing it in order to be successful. Well, this video is to just calm you down, reassure you that you can do this and you can do it in your own way. That's really what we're going to be talking about the entire month of January. So stick with me if you are trying to like not do the dieting thing, but then you're thinking, well, if not dieting, then what? I see everyone else getting all these awesome results from this diet and that diet. What am I supposed to do if not those things? All right. So we'll dive into that in a minute. Like I said, if you haven't joined us yet over on the Facebook group, Healthy Living with Danielle Dinkelman, we'd love to have you. I share recipes in there, whole food, plant-based, no oil recipes, and we talk about healthy habit change, and you'll get notified about these videos every single week, all right? So let's dive in. What do we do if we want to turn our health around, but we don't want to go on the next bandwagon with the fad diets? This is the question, really. I think it's so hard to not think that dieting is the answer. But I'm here to tell you that there's a better way. One part of that better way is focusing on health through habits. Okay, if you've hung out with me for any length of time, you've probably heard me talk about the difference between behavior and outcomes. All right, so when we see our friends or family members going on diets and dropping, 20 pounds in 1 month, we're seeing their outcomes. Now, we might be more interested in creating healthy habits, which are our behaviors. And we trust that over time, when we have healthy habits in place, that we will eventually get healthy outcomes. But healthy lifestyle, habit change, that is not a quick fix. You're taking the long game, okay? And so that's the other thing that you've got to do. You've got to focus first on habits. And second, we have to kind of shift our mindset to focus more on the long game and stay committed to that instead of getting distracted and deterred by that need for quick results. You know what I mean? So if you've been falling victim to that, you're not alone. I have had multiple conversations with my coaching clients that this is really hard. It's really hard to stick to your guns, to say, no, I'm taking a different approach here, and I believe it will be better for me in the long run. Sometimes what I'll share with my clients, or what we'll kind of think through and talk through, is, well, let's say your sister-in-law just dropped 20 pounds on that new fad diet. How long do you think that weight loss is going to last for her? And I know this sounds not super nice, but really, like, are those things setting those people up for long-term health and wellness? Probably not, because the means to that end was unsustainable. Huge change, huge effort. I mean, the chances are pretty high that they will go back to old ways after a time. So keeping that in perspective can sometimes really help us come back and say, yeah, I'm taking a long game approach to this. The other thing that I want you to do, if you are committed to leaving dieting behind and really stepping into taking a lifestyle approach, is expanding your definition of success. We've talked about this a little bit before, but what I want to drive home today is that we do want to focus on progress over perfection. That is success. And dieting teaches us to look at only one measure of success, and that is the number on the scale or the dress size that you're fitting into, right? One measure of success. And it's not a very good one, honestly, because our body is going to handle and take on and solve whatever problem it deems necessary. Okay, so it may be doing a lot of other things for you before it starts releasing excess weight, and that's okay. We need to put ourselves in a place where we can trust our body to do what it is designed to do, which is to take good care of you. And as long as you are taking good care of it and doing everything that you can, bit by bit, step by step, you will get there. So let's pay attention to our progress, and let's also expand beyond the scale of our measures of success. Look at, let's say you're starting to eat whole food plant-based and you're doing it in a sustainable habit-based way. You might already be feeling changes in your body that have nothing to do with weight loss. It might be that your inflammation is going down and the pain that you've had in your back or your joints is subsiding. You might notice that you have way more energy than you normally do. You might be noticing that you're sleeping better at night. There's so many things that our body will show us. And I like to say your body will thank you for the changes that you're making and the efforts that you're making. It's just up to us to open our eyes and to recognize and to celebrate those things that really do matter, but we tend to overlook because dieting tells us to just look at the scale and that that's the only thing that matters, when it's really not. We are in this to feel better more than anything, right? And even without weight loss, you can begin to feel better. So, whether you're feeling tempted by the fad diets out there, or maybe you're finding yourself applying your dieting tactics that you're used to using to something like whole food plant-based nutrition, you might be running into some problems there. So I invite you to come to a new way of thinking about this. Settle into that long game, expand your definition of success, and just focus on building the habits that are going to create the health and wellness that you want. This is the approach that I take with my clients, and it works. It is so satisfying to see this work in people's lives every single day. It's not easy. It takes some dedication. It takes some focus, and it takes a little bit of putting the blinders on and saying, that's great for them. They're doing this diet. He's doing that diet. I'm on this path, and I know that I'm doing this in the correct way for me. And we're going to dive more and more into this idea this month on the YouTube channel and in the Facebook group. So if you haven't subscribed or joined, we would love to see you there. Until then, we'll see you next time.